Good evening, you two. We'll be switching over in a second. We're waiting for the other side to get the data. Good evening, everybody, guys. Final last push of the sales, guys. Few more hours left of the power of the prime sales. Hey, don't sleep on them while you can. What's up, Phil? Good evening, Justin. Hello, Fernando. What's up, everybody? Yeah, only 4 hours left. Yeah, something like that. Remember, I'm an old man. This is past my bedtime, and I'm here to do this. What? No, no, no. I'm just messing with you guys. Oh, it's definitely hot in the apartment, though. I wasn't expecting that. So, good evening, everybody. We have a great little show lined up for you. We have a bunch of these amazing deals that you guys might have seen, but this is, of course, the last call for these prime deals. Now, you are going to notice that there's that 7% banner still flashing down there. Anything over $2,000 in sales, you can use that 7% discount. You're also going to see their number one selling product at the first of the carousel that's coming in at like $399. We have it at priced for you guys today with the discount code for $379. You're not going to want to sleep on that because once that deal is gone, it might be gone. Guys, we also have the 2000 V2 rotating down there for like $799, normally a $1,500 price tag. And we also have that 3000 Pro kit for like $17.99 as well. So $799, $17.99. And then we got the big bad boy up there for sale as well, that 5000. And you guys can get it at a phenomenal price. I believe it's like $29.99 as well. Guys, we're going to get this show going. We're going to start it off, with, of course, with cabling, and then we're going to talk about it. Now, Jackery makes sure that you guys have every power station you need, comes with every cable that you could think of, including, of course, solar panel cables that are going to range from Anderson clip Y splitters. So you guys can get an Anderson clip Y splitter. You guys could also get the beautiful 10-foot cable that's going to have, of course, the USB-C adapter on the end. This is going to be for solar cables. It's going to have the 8020 adapter and the 7909 plug for you. And, of course, I ripped it apart on accident, so yours won't look like mine. Then you may get a variation of the cigarette lighter adapter cable. This is a 12-volt 10-amp plug that's going to allow you to charge these power stations and, of course, your car while driving. Now, you may need a Y splitter for a different style, like the 8020 adapter, the 7909. They have these as well. And now I got hiccups. We're going to ignore the hiccups and try to push through this. Of course, now I made a mess and I can't get them back in the bag. What? Yeah, they won't go back in the bag. Phil, you're up late, man. Phil, I thought you were an old guy like the rest of us and like slept at 9 o'clock at night. All right, with that, guys, you also have two more types of cabling that you guys can get. First and foremost is going to be like this one right here. It's going to be the 3-prong wall plug for, of course, most of their power stations have moved to this styling. If you do not have that variation of those plugs, you may have an original power station. And that original power station will come with a packet like this. And inside that bad boy, you're going to find maybe a black 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug, or what I like to call a laptop power brick style charging cable. This is going to be like for the 500, the original 240, and the original 1000. That's right, the original 1000. Now, if you guys get a system with, of course, the battery pack, you may need, of course, the big jumper cable to connect that battery pack with. You guys may get a variation of something like this in this sizing. This is a huge cable. If you do not get this big old cable, you may get a different styling. And, of course, you guys can use it as a necklace and walk around, of course, with this big old jump rope around your neck. Hey, why not? Very cool. They want to make sure that you guys have something to charge your systems. And that's the best part. So they make sure you have everything included, including a user manual. Now with it, we're going to start off with the 1000 V2 that's coming in at $379 tonight with that discount price. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move over to the table. We've been using this product all week, and of course it is still going strong. Now we're going to zoom in here, and you guys can see I have some lights connected up to it. We also have a USB-C plug. Now, what we're going to show you guys is the screen, and let's see what battery says that's left to it. It is 57% left. We still have a long ways to go with this battery system. We might actually use it for Monday's stream, and we may use it for, of course, Wednesday's stream as well. Now, with the 1000 V2, you guys got 1,070 watt-hours of power and, of course, a beautiful, beautiful package. It's going to do well for you guys. Now, with that 1,070 watt-hours of power, you guys can actually charge it into our standard quick charge mode. Now, with that standard quick charge mode, you guys can also get it up and running in emergency situations in under an hour of charge rate with that. And that's the cool part about Jackery. They said, hey, let's make sure that they can do it in emergency situations. And that's what I like to see. Now, with it, of course, guys, quick charging capabilities. You guys can charge in about 2.5 hours if you had 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, which is great. You're going to have the 12-volt 10-amp DC plug on the side. That's going to allow you to connect up cigarette lighter adapters or other pieces. You're going to see the flashlight that does 3 modes of brightness on the opposite side. And then you're going to see that display in the middle that's showing you guys 57% charge and running about 20 watts of power displayed through those ports that I'm running off of. On below the 12-volt 10-amp plug, guys, you have, of course, that beautiful USB-C connections. You have a 30-watt port, 100-watt port, and then the 18-watt USB-A for that as well. On the opposite side, you see that 3-prong American-style plugs. Now, there's 3 of those. With that, you're going to get about 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at about 3,000 if you really need to, and that's the phenomenal part about this. With that amount of power, you guys can run 1,150-watt window AC for about an hour time. You could do a 520-watt double-door refrigerator for about a couple hours. You could do a flat-screen TV, Bluetooth speakers. You guys could do cell phones. Whatever you could think of, it can be done, including Christmas decorations. And I'm going to grab the Christmas decoration video, guys, and you guys can see this in action with the inflatables and everything with that. Now, it doesn't just have to be, like the inflatable decorations. You guys could do, let's go here, lights. You could do popcorn machines. You could do movie projectors. You guys could do, of course, Bluetooth speakers. I probably already said that. Maybe a Starlink. You guys want to get your Wi-Fi Starlinks going. About 10 hours of runtime on a standard Starlink, about 29 hours with, of course, a Starlink Mini. So you have those variations with this and options. Maybe 20 drone batteries could be done off of this. About 12 hours with the heated blanket. Now, you guys are seeing that video that's doing, of course, 10 inflatable decorations and all of those other beautiful little pieces coming out of that 1000 V2. Now, remember, the 1000 V2 only weighs 24 pounds. At 24 pounds, that is actually portable. And that is accessible. I mean, let's just go there. Portable. You can actually carry it from one place to another with ease. Maybe it be to your house, to your motorhome, maybe your motorhome to your campsite, maybe your car to, of course, your campsite, maybe to just your wood shop, maybe your garage. Wherever you really need to, you could take it with you because it's definitely a lightweight piece of technology. If you want to do flat screen TV like the one behind me, I think it's about 10 to 11 hours of runtime with the flat screen TV. So the 1000 V2 at $379 is a phenomenal product. And it is literally a #1 seller over here on Amazon, which I love to see. To be a number 1 bestseller is phenomenal. It's just one of those things that hits all the nails on the head perfectly well for a product of this styling. So if you guys need something like that, check the 1000 V2 out. You will not be disappointed. And it's definitely got enough power that it will last you a long time. Cool part is it's lithium LiFePO 4 cells. So you guys have got those LiFePO 4 cells that will work perfect. Now, if you don't want the product by itself, maybe you're like Phil. You like to have a solar panel option. You guys can get it as a package deal. You guys can get the 1000 V2 and the 200-watt solar panel for $664. That's a 49% savings. Normally, it's, I think, like $1,300 price tag. You're getting a great little product right there. So that's the really cool part with this. So phenomenally well done, beautifully well set, and amazing little setups. If you had 2 of those panels, like I said, about 2.5 hours would be your charge time, which is a quick charge rate. It's a decently well done charge rate. Any questions about the 1000 V2? And Phil, thank you for posting those. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm sure Justin went back to video gaming. Oh, man. Thor, what's up? Yeah, it's a Jackery show. Late Jackery show for James. It is definitely Jackery, though. Can't find any available. Just click the link. If you click the link right under the carousel, I'll take you right to it. Now, for all of those of you that are not Prime members, you do need to be a Prime member to get these discounts, guys. Remember that. To be a Prime member, you'll get those discounts. And it will tell you guys to join Prime to get that at those prices. And they're exclusive deals for Prime. Was distracted. No problem. We have somebody on the Jackery side that said they can't find any available, which they might be missing the links to it. So we will actually, you know what? I'll send the link over to you. All you got to really do is copy and paste this link, use the code, and you'll get it right there. Yeah, no problem, Justin. I was just messing with you. If you don't want the little brother, guys, we have the 2000 V2, the big brother, right next door. This is kind of cool. You got, was that today? Oh man, it was free Slurpee day today. What? I missed 7-Eleven's free Slurpee day. Wasn't it their birthday today too? Yeah, so if they're there, I clearly could see them, so I'm not really sure what is happening. So with this, guys, we're gonna pop up the app, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works with the app, and we're gonna show you guys how I can turn on the flashlights. If I want to turn the flashlights on just by a click of that, so that's kind of cool. Right. And of course, we can click it again. Show you guys right there. We can hit SOS pattern, like I was showing you guys, 3 modes of brightness. If I want to turn on the screen from app control, I can just hit my phone. It turns on the screen. Still open. Hey Thor, I'm actually coming back there. And I'm coming back. Yeah, man. And they're still open here too. I just can't make it there before midnight. Uber Eats a Slurpee. Yeah. I could. Nice try. So that's the cool part about this. Now, the 2000 V2s, guys, is going to be 2,042 watt hours of power and about 39 pounds. Now, at 39 pounds, you have all the same plugs that we just showed you guys on the 1000 V2. 30 watt USB-C port, 100 watt USB-C port, 18 watt USB-A port, 12 volt 10 amp DC plug, that beautiful flashlight, the display, and 3 of those beautiful AC outlets. Now, those AC outlets are going to do, of course, 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400 if you really need to go over it. Your charge time will be a standard 2-hour quick charge. No, she's in bed. She's got to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Phil, I have to be back up at 5 to make sure she's at work. I'm getting 4 hours of sleep. 2-hour standard fast charging mode, which I love that standard quick charge, guys. 2 hours is a decent charge time. If you need to, though, Charge Shield 2.0, set up Charge Shield 2.0 in the app, click emergency charge rate, and you guys will have that 1 hour charge time if you truly need to in emergency situations. And that's a great idea. Now, with the amount of connectabilities and ports, you guys could use and run a lot of different things. From 1150 watt window AC, you guys could do that. You guys will be able to get about 2 hours of runtime off that 1150 watt window AC, or more if you're not using it at full cooling capacity. 12 hours with the 200 watt desktop PC. Your standard HP and Dell desktops. 12 hours of runtime. Now, you could do more than that. Let's say like 2 hours with the crock pot, maybe a couple hours with the rice cooker. You guys could do, of course, coffee makers, and so much more. You could do, of course, 2.5 hours with the shop vac. Maybe you guys want to do a tree trimmer. Go ahead and do so about 2.5 hours as well. This is a phenomenal little product that will even allow you to do the little 100-watt mini fridges for over 17 hours of runtime. 150-watt water pump for about 11 and a half hours. It would depend. Kate, will depend on the fridge that you have. So if you have like a 100-watt smaller fridge, it's going to run about 17 and a half hours. If you have a 520-watt double door refrigerator, you will possibly get approximately 4 hours with this. If you don't have an ice machine, you might get longer. If you don't open the door a lot, you will probably get longer. It's just, I'm giving you a in general range of usage with it. But it's a cool little piece because it is definitely still very portable. Now, yeah, no problem. No problem. Glad you asked. Cool part about this is it's made with their new technology, CTB, or cell to body technology. So inside the cell to body technology, it literally means this device is smaller capacity, which means it's a smaller housing. Doesn't take up as much space. It means you guys can be built a lot quicker, so turnaround times are there for you as well. And that's the good idea. So smaller, lighter build time, capacity, turnaround time, so you guys can get them easier, is phenomenal. And it looks like what's called like almost like a beehive, so you guys can see the cells in a beehive. That's what the inside of this housing looks like inside there. So the batteries will be set into that, which means they're even safer. No swelling, no shear points, and stuff like that. 2000 V2 is coming in at a phenomenal price point, guys, for you tonight. If you want it by itself, $799 will be that price point with that discount code. And that's a great idea. If you guys are just random Prime members and you're not using that discount code, it's going to cost you $834. Now, you guys could also do solar charging with this. And if you had multiple 200-watt chargers, you guys will have, of course, a decent charge time. If you charged at 800 watts, so that's like 6 200-watt panels, the ranging of that, actually, it's 4 of those panels. So 4 of those 200-watt panels is going to give you about a 2-hour to 2.5-hour charge time, which is decently quick. I'm so used to saying 6 of the 200-watt panels for the bigger stations in the back, so it threw me off. Threw me off, guys. It threw me off. Darn. 2000 V2, phenomenal product. Now, another thing with these are they're very silent. They're about 30 decibels of noise level, so they're a lot quieter than my talking right now. Which is kind of funny. So what's the catch? What do you mean? What's the catch? Also, they're of course going to have a nice long lifespan with these because they're LiFePO 4 cells. You'll get about 10 years at 100% capacity of that battery or 4,000 charge cycles. After that, it will drop down to about 70 to 80% battery capacity left, which is still going to give you a long runtime. Can be used as a UPS or emergency power supply. So you guys will have that 20 milliseconds to switch over. To use that though, these devices have to be plugged into the wall, and the devices that you're using need to be plugged into this. And that's the way that's going to work with those. 2000 V2 by itself, great price point, $799. If you want to get it with, of course, the solar panels, you guys can get it for $1,300. At $1,300, you're getting the 2000 V2 and the 200-watt solar panels. Very beautiful, large panels, and that's the best part about this. Yeah, no catch. These are just Prime deals. The Prime deals end about 4 to 3.5 hours, I think it is. Phil just wrote it. Yeah. So really, really short left on these deals. Any questions about the 2000 V2? Go ahead and ask. We're going to be moving up the table to the back stack now. We're going to be talking about the 3000 Pro. The 3000 Pro is a phenomenally beautiful thing. 1 second. Now, with the 3000 Pro, guys, you're going to have a 64-pound system. Now, it does weigh a little bit. With the weight of it, they actually did something kind of cool. They added two large 3-inch wheels. The large 3-inch wheels are going to allow you to roll it around, of course, in most surfaces. Literally, if you guys want to roll it across the grass, it will have no problem. If you want to roll it across your pavement, no issue. Your carpet, not a problem. Some dirt, yeah, still. Crossed bark, no, not an issue. The only thing I found an issue with rolling this device across was soft sand. And I'm going to go there. If you guys have ever walked across the beach, you know your feet sink. Well, when dragging a system of this size, it's going to, of course, sink a little bit. So do be careful with that. Also, don't roll it through wet mud. I'm just going there. Don't roll it through wet mud. Now, 3,024 watt hours of power with this, and it's a phenomenally great idea with that. 3,024 watt hours of power. It's a lot of power in a standalone system of this size. Now, it's a package deal that we're showing you guys with the 3000 Pro. It's going to be the system and 2 solar panels, and that system's beautiful. It is one of their larger systems, so you guys can see the size of this. It definitely is a little bit bigger. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max of charging capability. You still have that 12-volt 10-amp plug, which is hidden behind that cover right there. I'm not going to get up and show it to you tonight, but it is there. A cigarette-style DC plug, which is great. You're going to have the large display, full app control. So if you guys are Android users or Apple users, you can download those from the app stores. The Jackery app's completely free, costs you nothing. Pair it up to this device. It'll allow you to see the battery percentage. It'll allow you to adjust a few things. It'll also allow you to see the input and output and, of course, charging temperature. Now, with this device, you have 5 American-style 3-prong plugs. The 5th plug on the top is a NEMA-style plug. That NEMA-style plug will do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000, but can also be connected to what's called their manual transfer station. So if you guys want to have your electrician wire up the manual transfer station to your home, to your circuit breaker box, you guys can do that, and you can run this device to power your home that way. The other 4 plugs are going to be standard 3 prongs. It's going to, again, still do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000. I stream for Jackery. So I am streaming for them. In a way, kind of, but not fully, no. Just tap D-tap on it. Exactly. Well, with this, though, you guys have a phenomenal charge rate on this because 3,000 watts of power is just one of the things you'd think would take a long time. Not really. 2.5 hours on a 3-prong wall plug is all it's going to take to fully charge this device if you want to do it from your home power. If you want to use solar panels, and of course you're getting 2 of these in this kit, if you had 6 of those 200-watt panels, it's going to be about a 3.5 hour charge time for you. Now, the cool option is you guys could definitely use like their 500X panel on this if you wanted to. So you don't have to have 6 of the 200s. You could have 2 of the 500s and, of course, 1 of the, or something like that, the sort. So you guys can change it around. Don't have to just do it with the 200s. Running times will vary with this. Like a 520-watt double-door refrigerator will give you over 5 hours of runtime. 1150 watt or 10,000 BTU window AC will give you over 3 hours. 60 watt flat screen TV, that's going to be like your 55-inch TVs, about 30 to 35 hours of runtime with that. And that's a decent amount of runtime for this product. Could be used in -4-degree weather, so if you guys want to. It has 12 forms of protection, 9 temperature sensors, and an intelligent battery management system. That intelligent battery management system will work well. Have you heard anything about their alternator charger? I have not seen their alternator charger. If you mean like the battery charger for your car, I've seen the cabling, but I have not seen the alternator charger. Fernando does work for Jackery. He is actually in chat. So if you need to have questions answered about that, he can't answer those. So I do have a rep from Jackery with us in chat. So if you need to ask about that one, definitely do so. That's I have not seen that. I've kind of seen some of the jumper cables to charge batteries, but I haven't seen the alternator charger. Now, you guys could run a microwave, maybe 2.5 hours with a microwave if it's like a 1100-watt microwave. 800-watt oven, over 3 hours of runtime, right? You guys could do a blender. Yet again, a 300-watt blender is going to be give you about 8 hours. I mean, that's a lot of frozen daiquiris out back, or milkshakes, or frozen drinks during the hot summer. Let's go there with that. 21 plus hours with a 100-watt movie projector. No problem. Plug in the movie projector, plug in the inflatable, of course, screen, and have a movie night out back. Plug in the popcorn machine and do that as well. And that's the kind of cool with this. Fernando, if you are listening in, somebody has a question about the alternator charger. Right there. Thank you, Fernando. Now, about 101 cell phone chargers. So if you guys are an iPhone user, or of course you guys are Samsung users, you get up to about 101 cell phone chargers. About 70 drone batteries, maybe 6 hours with the space heater. Or if you guys are Sheila, you want to hit the shop out back and weld some stuff. Little over an hour of runtime with a welder. And that's right, you guys can run a MIG welder off of this, which is crazy to be able to run that. Sheila, you are up definitely a little bit late. I'm surprised she's here hanging out with us. So 3000 Pro, phenomenal product, great price point. I mean, honestly, to get this 3000 Pro kit, you guys can get it at a decent price point. You're getting it at $17.99. So at $17.99, it's a crazy, crazy price point. I would say you guys have to use the discount code, but it's already showing you guys $17.99. Sorry about that, German. All right, we're going to talk about the brother to the 3000, and we're going to move over, and we're going to talk about the 4000 kit. And this is a full-on kit, and this kit's kind of cool because you're getting now the same housing as the 3000 Pro, but you guys are getting the battery above it and 2 solar panels. So this is a 4000 kit. You're not just getting a system, you're getting a device that could run your home. And I really mean that. You guys could connect this up to your home through that manual transfer station and connect up all these batteries and run multiple circuits without an issue. And that's kind of the cool part about this. Now, with it, you guys, normally it's 2,042 watt hours of power for the device itself. You're getting 4,085 watt hours of power in this package, including 2 solar panels. Now, 2-hour charge time on a wall plug. It'd be the same if you had 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, about a 2-hour charge time. About 25 hours if you guys are in your car and have it plugged into a cigarette lighter. Now, that's like doing a day trip across the country, right? And I'm not just saying a day trip. Let's go here. I'm going to be doing a cross-country trip, so I guess I could test it out, which would be crazy. 30 decibels of noise, again, about 20 milliseconds of switch over time with this device. Phenomenal product. If you use it with the battery, your 500-watt refrigerator will give over 7 hours of runtime between this with the battery. Same with your microwave. I'm going to say 4 hours with your 1150-watt window ACs, which is a crazy runtime. Induction coolers, that's like 2200 watts, maybe a couple hours with the battery included. Anywhere over 150 hours with a CPAP machine on this package deal. Let's go here. 120 cell phone charges, a little over an hour and 20 minutes with that welding machine, maybe 4.5 hours with a weed eater. If you guys want to use an electric weed eater, I'm just saying, it's up to you. 40 hours with the 60-watt water pump. Or you guys could do double. Let's go here. 28 hours with a projector. You'll probably get more than that 28 hours. I'm just giving you just in general with this. The device can use 6 solar panels by itself. The battery can have 6 solar panels as well. Still full app control. They are going to allow you to charge it. This device or kit, you guys can get extra batteries if you want to with the 2000 plus. You can connect, of course, up to 5 batteries. And by connecting up to 5 batteries to this 2000 plus device, you can actually do 12 kilowatts of power. Again, you have the 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, the 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong American plugs, 3,000 watts pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000 if you guys need to. With that, you have that top NEMA style plug and the 12-volt display. The battery even has its own display, so if you guys go up there, you guys can see that little glass screen. That display does come on for you guys, so you guys can see the battery percentage of the battery. You will use the linking cable. It will go from A to B when linking up the pieces. Part A will be on the system. Part B will go, of course, to the battery, and then it's going to go from A to the battery, then B to the next battery, and then A to B. And that is how it links it in parallel with the batteries. Phenomenal idea, though, with the 2000 device or the 4000 kit. You can link 2 of these systems together. By linking 2 of these in parallel, you guys can actually do 10 batteries. With the 10 batteries, you guys will have 24 kilowatts of power, but you guys are getting 4,085 watt hours of power in, of course, this kit. Now, a great thing about this is, and we can kind of go in here, because you're over that 3,000 kilowatts or watt hours, you guys can sign up for the Residential Clean Energy Credit Program through the federal government or your electric company or your power company. And you guys can get it's up to about 30% tax credit, which is kind of cool with that idea. The device weighs 63 pounds by itself. With the battery, it's going to weigh you guys a little bit more. I'm going here, right? The weight's there. Now, 10 ports of connectability is phenomenal. It's a great little device. So if you guys need that, the 4000 kit's definitely worth checking out. Phil, thank you for posting that. Phil just posted the link, guys, for that Residential Clean Energy Credit Program. So if you guys need it, it is right there in chat for you guys. And that's how you guys will get that discount or credit towards your tax break thing. Yeah, I'm just going to go there. It's definitely late for me. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. Now, if you guys have any questions about the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2, the 3000 Pro, or 2000 Plus, go ahead and ask. While I refresh myself. For the rest of you, we're going to talk about one of the original products. Now, this is the 500. Now, normally I'm like, hey, let's switch cameras. Let's go over to this. I want to actually show it to you because let's just show you guys how light this really is. It's 13 pounds, dude. I can sit here and I can curl 13 pounds like it's nothing. And that's the cool part because it is lightweight. You guys can take 13 pounds with you and not have a problem. This is the Explorer 500. Now, the Explorer 500 is coming in at $284 today, which is a great price point. It has a flashlight built in. If I want to use that flashlight, if I hold it down, I can go into SOS pattern. You guys are going to have the air vents on the side, but a fixed handle on this device. Still has a digital display. It's just a little bit different colored. And, of course, that lighting is going to glare tonight with that. Now, you have one AC outlet on the front that is going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000. You have 3 USB-A ports at 5 volt 2.4 amps, and of course, multiple DC plugs. The first DC plug is going to be the 12 volt 10 amp plug, and next to that, it's going to be the 6.5 millimeter 1.4 millimeter ports for DC output. Now, on the opposite or above, you're going to have an 8 millimeter input port. This is where you're going to plug in your cigarette lighter adapter, your wall plug that looks like your laptop, or of course, your solar panel connection. With this 518 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in about 5 hours of time, or technically 5.5 hours, but it can be charged and it can charge it decently well. It's the original battery system, so it takes a little bit longer with this one. If you want to, though, you guys can run quite a bit with this. Like your CPAP machine could run for about 9 hours on this without an issue. You could do about 30 hours with the laptop, 7 hours with the TV, maybe 9 hours with the mini cooler, 8 hours with the air pump of course, if you guys like to go rafting. And it is summertime, so a lot of people like to go rafting. Your aired up rafts will run that single piston pump for about 8 hours off of this. And that's kind of cool that you can do all of that. It's a great little idea, and $284, it's nice and portable. All of these systems do have silicone pads on the bottom. They're going to have a serial number right here so you guys can register for the warranty as well. And you can do so much more. Now, $284 is a 43% savings on the 500 by itself, but you can get it with the 100-watt panel. Popeye the air, yeah, something like that. Definitely not Popeye. If you want to get it as a package deal, you guys can get it with this 100-watt bifacial solar panel for $455. It's a 43% savings. Now, with this 100-watt panel, it's a 7.5-hour charge time outside. So 7.5 hours is going to be your charge time. It only charges at 100 watts. So that's why it takes a while to charge this. Now you think about it, on a wall plug, it's 5.5 hours. It's 2 extra hours with solar. There you kind of go. This is a great little product. It's a phenomenal piece. And normally, like I said, we don't normally have the 500 in my hand, but I just wanted to show you guys how light it truly was. I mean, if I can sit here and hold it during the stream and show you guys it, think about it. You guys can carry it into the campsite, carry it from room to room, take it from place to place. It's nice, it's portable, and it's accessible. What is next? Let's see. I think we're going into the 300 plus power stations. So we're going to show you guys the 300 plus. Now, the 300 plus is one of those products that can actually charge in under an hour and a half. It's 288 watt hours of power, but it's an 8-pound package. Like, it's literally 8.2 pounds. That's it, 8.2 pounds. That is very, very light. Now, with it, it still has full app control. Now, it changes the housing style from the original, but the housing, of course, has a handle that folds up. It uses the 3-prong plugs to, of course, charge. And it is lightweight. Now, I'm not going to sit here and curl this one. I mean, I could, but the handle folds up, so it's not a fixed handle. I'm not going to sit here and hurt myself. The device itself, with it, has multiple ports of connectability. You got one AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600 if you need to. Flashlight, 2 modes, standard light brightness and SOS pattern. Still has that beautiful orange display, that high vis orange, and a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug for running your air mattresses or other devices. Beside the AC outlet is going to be a 100 watt bi-directional port. Now, the 100 watt bi-directional port will allow you guys to charge this device in under 3 hours. Under 3 hours with that. And that's actually a decent charge time with that, which is kind of cool. Now, it's a bi-directional 100 watt port, which is inwards and outwards. Next to it is going to be a 15 watt USB-C port and, of course, a 15 watt USB-A port. When fully charged, you guys can run a Nintendo Switch for approximately 40 hours with this device. You guys can do about 3 laptop charges, 4.5 hours with a 45 watt house fan, maybe 13 to 14 cell phone charges. That 14 watt Wi-Fi router, your cable modem, is going to be able to run about 14 to 15 hours with this device. Going to get you through those times of, hey, my power's out, I still want to surf the web. Do it. Connect it up. Have fun. I like the idea that I could throw this in a backpack. I could throw it, of course, in my luggage, take it with me, travel with it, and have it on the go. The connectability, usability of this is phenomenal. For $199, it's a great price point of a product like this. If you're looking, 300 plus by itself, phenomenally great product. Now, you don't have to, again, get it by itself. You guys can get it as a package deal. You guys can get it with the 100 watt solar panel for like $398. So that's going to be a little over, I'm going to say 15 pounds total package weight. It's going to be this 100 watt panel, again, fully waterproof, water resistant, but it comes with, of course, that station. It's a great idea. And with this, of course, solar panel, you guys can actually charge at a decent rate. The 100 watt panel in this device is going to allow you to charge about 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours is your charge time with the 100 watt panel, which is very, very great. I actually tested it out. Does well for you guys. Now, if you don't want the 100-watt panel with this, we have I actually like this package a little better than the 100-watt panel, and that's because this is a more of a portable idea. You guys can get it with the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel package deal with this is a great, great package deal. This is 11 pounds of weight. That's it, 11 pounds. You have a 12-inch by 10-inch wide, half-inch thick solar panel that can fit in your backpack and be taken pretty much anywhere. It can be left out in the rain, it's not going to hurt it. But when paired with, of course, this device, you have a 7.5-hour charge time. 7.5 hours out at the campsite is not that bad. That means you guys are still charging in your camp lights, your phones, your flashlights, and other devices with the portable system. Now, with the Mini 40 solar panel in this device, it's about $279. That's definitely a great deal if you're looking for something like that. Now we're going to be moving to a newer package deal that I love that they popped up with. This is going to be the 1,000+ power station with their new 100-watt mini solar panels. Panels I don't even have yet. These are going to be kind of cool once you guys can see them. And I'm going to have some coming at some point, but right now I don't have these panels. Now I'm going to move back here. We're going to, of course, move all the way over to this top stack. And we're going to talk about that power station right there. That is the 1,000 plus right there. Now, the 1,000 plus is a 1,264 watt hours of power. Now, 1,264 watt hours of power is a decent amount of power in a 39-pound package. Now, with the 39-pound package, this device can actually have extra batteries connected up to it, up to 3 extra batteries. The device has 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max, 12 volt 10 amp DC plug, and the flashlight that has 3 light modes. Large display as well. The 3-prong AC outlets can actually do 2,000 watts pure sound wave power, can peak at 4,000. Now with this is the one of the originals with Charge Shield 2.0. That's going to give you guys an under 2-hour charge time on this device. And I love that idea. Under 2 hours fully charged for 1,264 watt hours of power is beautiful. I really do think that's a great charge time in a standard quick charge mode. The versatile connections with Android, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connectability, and app control, you guys have all that accessibility on this. 1,150 watt window AC could be ran off of this for over an hour without an issue. And that's the great idea of this. It's got the battery capacity to do all of that and then some. Pairing it with, of course, those new 100 watt mini solar panels, and you have a phenomenal package point. $1,199. It was $1,500. It's now $1,199. You're getting it at 20% off. 20% off for this package deal. You're getting phenomenal kit right here. Now, the batteries, like I said, you guys can get batteries, so you guys can double the runtime with the batteries, up to 5 kilowatts of power with this 1,000 plus, which is a great idea. It's got everything that you could ever want in a system of this magnitude. Thanks for sharing that, buddy. Thanks for sharing that, Phil. Any questions about the 1,000 plus? Definitely ask. We're going to go over to the E300, which is one of their original products. Now, the E300 is very, very portable. It's a 7-pound power station. Now, it's 7 pounds. It's 293 watt hours of power. Good amount of power in a small system of this size. Now we move back to that fixed handle, so you guys can use it as a dumbbell and, of course, lift weights if you really want to. With the 293 watt hours of power, you guys are getting it at $159, which is a great deal. Now, with it, beautiful handheld handle, fixed, beautiful logo, multiple ports of connectability. You have two AC outlets that do 300 watts pure sound wave power, can peak at 500 for you. You have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug hidden behind that rubber cover. You have that display. You have two USB-A ports. One's a quick charge, one's a 5 volt 2.4 amp. And then you have a 60 watt bi-directional USB-C port. You also have the DC input plug as well. Multiple ways of charging. Wall plug by itself, 3.5 hours. Wall plug and USB-C port together, 2 hours of charge time. That's kind of cool. You guys can do solar. You guys can do cigarette lighter plugs. Cigarette lighter is going to be about 3.5, a little over 3.5 hours. Great idea with that. Now, phenomenal little product that can do, of course, a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours. About 14 cell phone charges, 5 to 6 drone batteries. You guys see where I'm going with this. But it's a 7-pound package. Anybody should be able to carry it. And it has, of course, the beautiful coloring and the airflow through the sides. I love the airflow through these sides. Handle is amazing, and it is done very, very well for you guys. Now, with it, you guys could run other stuff, not just, of course, the Nintendo Switches and drone batteries. You guys could do like 15 to 16 DSLR batteries. You could do the Wi-Fi router yet again if you wanted to. The house fan, you guys could do a TV. TV should get about 4.5 hours off of this. It's a phenomenally beautiful little product. By itself, $159. It's a phenomenal price. If you want to get it with the 100-watt solar panel, they have it as that package deal as well. With the 100-watt panel, it's a 4.5-hour charge time. So that's going to, again, be this 100-watt bifacial panel. Fully waterproof, water-resistant panel that will do well for you guys. $284 will be that price point for that with the 100-watt panel. The panel is not as small as it looks, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick look at this panel, right? The panel, it charges from two sides, but it is a large, large panel. So you have this nice long panel that's going to do well for the charge rate, and it can do it out in the rain. Don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt this panel. That's the 300 original with 100-watt panel for $284. Let's check chats. I'm not seeing no questions tonight. I get it. It's late. Would that work to connect? The 300 would not run an AC. No. You are not running an AC with a 300. Unfortunately, no. If you want to run an AC, it really is going to depend on how long you want to run an AC. So if you run a window AC, I would go with like the 2000 V2, the 2000 Plus kit, 3000 Pro, or 5000 Plus. That's going to give you a longer runtime with an AC. An AC, I mean, it really just depends on the size of an AC, but most of those are over 700 watts. No problem. I can kind of show you. Let's see. So that's the 5000 Plus. It's got multiple ports of connection. It's going to do over 5,000 watt hours of power. It's 132 pounds though. It's got 4 standard 3-prongs on the front. It's got 2 NEMA plugs on the side that do 120 and 240 volt charging capability. That would run your 10,000 BTU AC for multiple hours without an issue. So that would be kind of like my pick of it. If that's not like the size you want to go, you could go with like the 1000 Plus right there if you wanted to. You can go with the 3000 Pro or the 2000 Plus as well. Or you can go with the ones on the bottom of the table, the 2000 V2. 2000 V2 is like $799 today with our discount code. The 3000 Pro kit is $1799. One second, everybody. It's been a long week for me. But yeah, so I would go with one of those for an AC unit. The 300 is definitely not going to run an AC. Any other questions? All right, we're going to show you guys a product that's $174 right now. This is the 240 V2. Now, this is a beautiful little product that's got Charge Shield 2.0. Standard, under 2 hours, quick charging. Charge Shield 2.0 is going to allow you to charge it in 1 hour time. This is going to have 256 watt hours of power. Flashlight does 2 modes, digital display, app control. The 2000 live code isn't working. It should be. The codes for the 2000 is only going to work with the 2000 by itself. It's not going to be a package deal one, so if you're trying a package deal, it will not work for the package deal. It's just the system. If you are still having a problem with the code, I will have Fernando check it. Now, back to this device, guys. You have the AC outlet that is 300 watts pure sound wave power, can peak at 600. Again, you have the 100 watt bi-directional USB-C port. You have the 15 watt USB-C port, and of course, that 15 watt USB-A port. You have, of course, that beautiful 12 volt 10 amp plug and display. I have just the system in my cart. It should be working. 2000 live code should be working. Let me get Fernando to check that, see if he can check. I will have Fernando check that for you real quick. There has been some glitches off and on, guys, so I do apologize if there's a glitch going on. With this device, you guys, again, 12 to 13 cell phone charges, not a problem. It can do it. 4 to 5 drone batteries. Again, 4 hours with the house fan if you wanted to. The code only works for the 2000. Yeah, so the 2000 V2 is the only code. Yeah, I think that's what they have in the cart. So I believe that's the one they have. 4 drone batteries, maybe 16 hours with the 10 watt Bluetooth speaker with this. About 14 hours with the Wi-Fi router if you needed to. 4 hours with your flat screen TV. 3 laptop charges, guys. It's an 8-pound system. At 8 pounds, this is very, very portable. But at $174, it's a 30% savings for a device of this style. Still has that beautiful, beautiful app control, and I like the app control. Turn on the flashlights, turn on the plugs, check your battery charge, and everything else. What Amazon devices would you recommend? Does it work with solar? Yes, these do work. These are solar systems. So every last one of these products can be used with the solar panel, and I've been showing the solar panels. The 240 V2 will work with the Mini 40 solar panel. It'll work with the 100 watt solar panel. And that's kind of cool. If you guys have some of the original 80 watt panels, it will do that. If you have the 60 watt panel, it will work with that one as well. It's a great little product. Now, this device by itself, it's like $174, which is a great price point. Right now we're just doing a Jackery show. So what devices would I recommend? I mean, there's a lot of devices, but we are doing Jackery only right now. I could have Phil or Justin recommend some products. Phil or Justin, if you're on the Dragon Blogger side, they are wanting recommendations on Amazon products. Now, here's the cool part. 240 V2 by itself. Great product. Phenomenal weight limit. 8 pounds. Very portable. Again, pair it with, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel, and you have an 11-pound package that can be taken into a campsite. Oh, no problem. I totally understand, Purple. I totally understand. But we do have a couple members in chat that can actually recommend some stuff if you need. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. There you go. But yeah, so I mean, definitely, you can do all kinds of products with these power stations. You could do, like he said, ellipticals. You guys could do electric bikes, massagers. You could do lights like I'm doing. If you guys see the ring lights back there, I'm running it off these power stations. And these lights are, of course, everything you see that's connected into this has been found on Amazon, including all of my Keystone lights, my Insta360 cameras, all found over there and can be ran off of these devices without an issue. And that's the cool part about Jackery products. Justin uses his for a CPAP machine, which is great, the 300. And it can do that. 240 V2 will probably give you about 4.5, 5 hours with a heated hose CPAP machine. So it will vary. If you don't have a heated hose and you turn the heated hose off, it takes less power, so you'll get a longer runtime with that. But with these devices, you have a wide range of products, and we can honestly just talk about that. Because the wide range and variations of these products range from different sizes. I mean, their smallest device is 100 or 99 watt hours of power. That's going to be more geared towards your cell phones and Keystone Lights and devices like that. Then you move up to the larger stations that could run your full-on home. Yeah, appreciate the follow. So yeah, you have a wide range of these products that can do a lot of stuff. So I kind of misunderstood what Purple was asking, and I apologize for that. I thought they were wanting me to recommend products to purchase, so I do apologize for that. But great little idea. 240 V2 by itself, 174. The larger kit with, of course, that waterproof solar panel, $236. It is a great price point to be had. Now, we can talk about some other stuff. Like, if you guys want larger systems, they have them. They have, of course, the 3000 by itself. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like midnight my time, so it's been a long day for me. The 3000 Pro, we showed you guys as a kit, and the kit's a phenomenal kit. It comes with solar panels. If you want the station by itself, it is $1,499. Now, $1,499 is a great price point for this system. 3,024 watt hours of power. It is a crazy amount of power for a standalone system. Beautiful. And it's going to run a lot of devices, from your fridges to, of course, your welders, to your electric ellipticals, to maybe your gaming PCs. We've ran window ACs off of this for a long periods of time. We did last year's Jackery streams through Prime Week. I had all of my window ACs plugged into these things. This is through Amazon Prime Day, correct? I put it in 2005 and I have it in 2002. Are you a Prime member? Yeah, it's Amazon Prime discount codes. They should work. So I've had a few people test them. Like you saw Philip there tested it. It worked for him. Justin tested it. It worked for him. Did Fernando test it? I can't remember if Fernando checked it. Yeah, it should work. I'm not really sure. It might be a glitch. We do happen to see glitches happen from time to time. It's definitely one of them things that can kind of happen. Now, 30% savings with this system, guys. $1,499, normally a $2,500 price tag. It's a great little product that's going to do well for this 3000 Pro. I'm going to grab a lozenge, everybody, before we move on to the next little product. Now, we also have the 2000 Plus, which we showed you guys as the 4000 kit. But you guys can get the 2000 Plus and the two 200-watt solar panels for $1,899. Now, normally that's a $3,300 price tag, I believe it is. So $1,899, it's like a 42% savings, which is phenomenal. You're going to have the two big panels. And if you had 6 of those panels, you have a 2-hour charge time. So with, of course, 2 of these, 6-hour charge time out in the solar. Great product, 64 pounds. Again, 2,042 watt hours of power with all 10 ports of connectability. You have everything you could ever want to charge or use with this. So, great little idea, phenomenal product, $1,899, and it's a great little piece. Now, we're at the part of the show I really like to do, and we're going to go into this. We're going to go full in depth, guys. We're going to talk about the 5000 Plus. This is their newest, largest system. So with this, I'm going to change camera views. I'm going to wig my camera out to get the zoom ability back over to you guys. We're going to do this. We're going to back it up so you guys can kind of get the grist of the size of this system. 5,000 plus is a large system. And you guys are going to see my ugly leg pop in there. Just ignore it. 5,000 plus, large system. It is, of course, 132 pounds. With the weight, though, don't be scared. It's not going to be portable. It is still very, very portable for everybody. They added this handle, and you guys can watch me tip it just like that. There's no muscle that needs to be used to tip it. Rolling it is very, very simplified with this device. The handle can be folded and put away. You have two more large handles on the side. Now, it's 132 pounds, so if you guys need to lift it, it's definitely a lot of weight. You guys can see I can kind of lift it without an issue there, so that's kind of cool. On the front of this, you're going to have multiple ports of connectability. We're going to go into this. We're going to bring you guys even in closer. You have the 12-volt 10-amp plug. You have, of course, that large display. You have two USB-C ports at 100 watts max. Two USB-A ports at, of course, 18 watts max charge capability. You're going to have your first 4 AC outlets that do 7,200 watts of sine wave. Now with this, it still has full app control, so you guys can use the Android phones and Apple phones to do that. Beautiful. Now, you'll find that on the App Store, so don't worry about it. It's there for you. On the side, you're going to be greeted with, of course, your first 3 of the larger plugs. This is your AC expansion port. The AC expansion port is going to allow you to link another 5,000 plus, or it's going to allow you to link to what's called the Smart Transfer Station. Now, the Smart Transfer Station is a beautiful product. That's going to be, of course, a system that you'll have installed to your electric grid on your home. It's going to allow you to run 12 individual circuits, and it's going to allow you to run those circuits throughout the home. So let's say your living room, your kitchen. It's going to allow you to do your hot water tank. It's going to allow you to do your central AC. It'll allow you to do your hot tub if you really needed to. Possibly your pool if you wanted to as well. Manuel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Below that AC plug is your first L14-30 NEMA plug. That's a 120 240 volt plug. Below that is going to be your 14-50 plug. The 14-50 plug is a really, really amazing plug. Both of these plugs, guys, do 120 240 volt. Both of them can be, of course, used with an adapter, the T30 to 14-30 or 14-50 adapter, to connect up to and run your RV, your motorhome, your toy haulers that have those plugs. You have that accessibility with this. Well, those plugs are 4 individual reset circuits. So 4 individual reset circuits is what you have right there. Before we go there, let's talk about the Smart Transfer Station. So with this connectability of the Smart Transfer Station, and I'm going to pull it up and let's kind of show you guys this. You guys can charge through the Smart Transfer Station, right? And I'm going to actually pull up the page. We're going to show you guys what it looks like. So let's grab the product page. This is the Smart Transfer Station. This is what the outside looks like. It's got 2 plugs to connect up to 2 systems. When you have 2 of these systems connected up, it is going to be 14,400 watts of sine wave usability. Inside this are 12 individual circuit breakers. Each circuit can be ran a circuit in your home or your garage or your small businesses, and that's kind of cool with this. And that's actually a phenomenally little thing with that. What did I miss? Oh, well, move on. Question. I have a small travel trailer. What to plug into the system to run an AC plug with the 2002? So, I mean, technically, you could run those with a small travel trailer for the AC and all the plugins. But if you're trying to connect it up to like a NEMA style plug, that's not going to have the adapter for that, unfortunately. Your 2000 plus 3000 Pro can adapt to that, or like the 5000 I'm showing you can adapt to that. But yeah, it's definitely not going to run it for a long period of time to run that AC with the 2000 V2. But I mean, you could. And I can kind of go into a little bit of depth with that. If you guys are trying to run your window ACs or your ACs in your motorhomes and stuff like that, if you have them at like 60, it's going to chew through that battery like you would see like a 2-hour runtime, right? If you have it set at 70, 72, it's going to give you a longer runtime no matter what. Now, the system with the smart transfer station can charge this. So when connected up to your electric grid through the smart transfer station, you can charge. One sec. You can charge at 4,000 watts. So 4,000 watts of charge rate is what you guys can charge at. So 4,000 watts. That's under 2 hours of time to charge this large system. Now I'm going to flip the system around and we're going to go back to the camera. You have multiple plugs on this side as well. At the bottom is going to be your DC expansion port. That DC expansion port is for adding batteries to the system. So if you guys want to add one battery, go ahead and do so. You want to add 5 batteries, do so. By adding 5 batteries, you guys have 30 kilowatts of power with this device. So 30 kilowatts of power with the 5,000. It's a crazy amount of power. Phenomenal amount of power. Now above that is going to be your 3-prong wall plug or your AC adapter plug that you guys can charge your wall, off the wall. That's going to charge at 1,800 watts of charge rate. At 1,800 watts, that's going to be a 3.5-hour charge time for 5,040 watt hours of power through this 5,000 plus system, all right? 5,040 watt hours of power in 3.5 hours. It's a crazy charge time. Now there's this flap under here. I'm going to pop it off. You guys can kind of see this. On the side, you have 2 DC plugs. These are your 80/20 low power solar array plugs. This switch does need to be set up in the high point to run in low power. This will charge at 1,200 watts. So 2 500x solar panels, 1 200 watt panel, 1,200 watts of charge rate. It's a 5-hour charge time. 5 hours. If you want to, though, flip the switch. Charge in high power solar array. So high power solar. That's going to be 4,000 watts of charge rate. Again, under 2 hours of charge time with that solar array. Now, the cool part about that is that means, guys, you're up and running in no time at all. You have multiple ways of charging. You guys can do, of course, multiple ways and at the same time. Now, here's the kicker with this. Bill, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. This device does not have to be just left there. And I mean, it doesn't have to be left in your home, connected up to your home. You can travel with it, disconnect it, put it in pause mode, take it on the go. You have all of those connects and usability. That 4,000 to 5,000 solar panel draw is going to be like your large roof solar panels, your large movable panels out in your yard. Those solar arrays can be ran off of this, and that's kind of cool. So I would definitely go with like for your AC, if you want to run an AC, and it really is going to depend on how long you want to run that AC. But I would definitely go with like the 1,000 plus with a couple batteries, or you could go with the 2,000 plus with the battery, and it should give you a nice, decent runtime for the solar. If you really wanted to go with like the 5,000, and the 5,000 can actually connect up to your RV or your trailer through the TT30 plug. So when connected up to the TT30 plug, you don't even have to plug into the system. you're using the circuits inside your actual RV and everything. So that's the cool part about that. And I totally understand, Beach Girl, that the no generator rule at night at camp places or trailer parks. It does happen, and that is kind of it's a finicky thing. Let's go there. But yeah, so like the 5,000, it's a great product, and you can get it. I think the 5,000 tonight by itself is $29.99, which is a crazy price point. $29.99 is a phenomenal price point for a product of this size. I'm just gonna go there. I'm trying to get the code. Actually, right here. Normally this is like a $4,300 product. $4,300 plus. So that's going to be the link for that one. And then, of course, the Live 5,000 would be the thing. You're going to save like $1,300. If you're just a Prime member, it's $3,500. Let's go there. So, but this is a large one. Now, what could you do? How long could you run? What can it actually do? We're going to go into depth with this. Is there a link for the 2000 V2 or the 2000 plus? The 2000 V2, there is definitely a link. That's going to be that link right there for you. Yeah, that's the 2000 V2 right there with that link. Now, the 5000 plus will allow you by itself to run your home for at least a day or two without an issue with most of your smaller appliances. And that's kind of cool with this. You add the 5 batteries, and you're going to have at least 7 days of runtime with this system. If you add a second 5000 plus and you add 10 batteries, you're going to have about 15 days of runtime with your standard appliances. All right. That's not like your central AC and stuff. Susan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. The 5000 by itself should be able to run a flat screen TV for about 2 days with no problem on this. Yeah, so this is definitely it's 132 pounds. It's really not as large as you think. It comes up to my knee. It's definitely a larger. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely larger. The other systems are 64 pounds for the 3000 Pro. The 2000 Plus is like 63 pounds. The 1000 Plus is only 39 pounds, but it can actually have extra batteries as well. So I definitely understand the issue of size constraints and all of that. 2000 V2 will run. I can go here. So some campers use an 800 watt AC. So the 2000 V2 can run your 1150 watt 10,000 BTU AC for at least 2 hours by itself. Now that is what they call at 60 or that's what they're going to be like at temperature 60. So and most of us don't run it at 60. I run mine at 72. It's 72 right now. And of course, it's like almost 1 o'clock at night, which is crazy. It's just really hot in my apartment. I can get longer run times from that device off of these systems. When pairing it with solar, of course, you guys can charge and go with the solar. The 2000 Plus can add extra batteries. The 1000 Plus can have extra batteries. So you have the expandability for you. 2000 V2 is just 2042 watt hours power. It's the same size as the 2000 Plus battery size. It's just a smaller device. So 39 pounds is what the 2000 V2 weighs, as in where the 2000 Plus weighs 63 pounds. So there's definitely a size difference. 5,000, like 4.5 hours with your AC. Your central AC about 2 hours. 10 hours with a heater on this device if you wanted to. The difference is this can be used as a 0 milliseconds of UPS. So 0 milliseconds of switchover. Fully switched over. You guys have your device plugged in. You lose power. It's not going to lose anything. it's going to stay running at 0 milliseconds. Emergency charge rates built in. Charge Shield 2.0 is on this system, which is kind of cool. Under 2 hours fast charging. It's phenomenal to have that. Now, the app controls what I haven't spoke about with this one. And this one's a little bit different with the app control. It has smart app control for the device, smart app control for the smart transfer station, or the STS that I was just showing you guys. Best option for interior working my laptop, phone, coffee maker, TV, wall. Yeah, so if you're just trying to use a laptop or a phone or a coffee maker, you can definitely go with the 1000 V2. It will run those without kind of an issue. You will be able to run like off the 1000 V2, your flat screen TV, for over 12 hours, not a problem. Your laptop, depending on the power of your laptop, can be done off of the 1000 V2. The 2000 V2 is definitely would be great for you. And it's definitely, it only weighs 39 pounds, but it's only 12 and a half inches long. So either one of those will definitely work for you well. The 1000 V2 is like $379. It's a really, really great price point. And it's a phenomenal price point. Let's see. Can I pull the tape? Let's see. Tape. So that would be those two right center. So the 1000 V2 and 2000 V2. You can see kind of the size difference with that. The system sitting right above it, behind it, is the 2000 plus. That's the size difference with those. You can kind of see where it steps up in size. Now there are other products out there, Beach Girl. Don't think they're eight, because they have like the original 1000s. They have the 1000 Pro. I think they still have around there. There wasn't a 1500 at one point. They have a newer one. It's called the new 3000. It's definitely a larger system, though. It still weighs in the 60-pound range. So just going to go there. But yeah, they're definitely, I would go with like the 1000 V2 if you're just trying to go with the small and general products. 2000 V2 is going to definitely give you a longer runtime. It is still definitely small. I'm going to say it's the size of a small ice chest. A very small ice chest. Now, back to the 5000 and the app control. And we were talking about this. With the app on the smart transfer station and, of course, the beautiful app of the system itself, you guys can actually do what's called performance running, or prioritizing solar or off-peak charging. Your electric company charges you more during peak hours for your electric. This device can actually be set up to run off of it during those peak hours and then charge on off-peak hours if it's your electric grid, which is killer. I love that idea. Inside the app, it's going to allow you to see generation and consumption of solar, generation and consumption of your electric grid. It's going to allow you to see, of course, the amount of runtime left and what, of course, is the amount of power being taken through. So it's going to allow you to see, of course, that beautiful temperature that the system is charging at or running at. And that's the cool part. With this, guys, $29.99. You only have a couple hours left to get it at that price point for that. Remember, because it's over $29.99, you guys can use that 7% discount code and save yourself another $7. If you want the 5000 with, of course, a solar panel, you guys can do that. There is a 5000 plus kit with the 500X solar panel. Now, this is where I'm going to show you guys the 500X solar panel in a video. There's a reason for that. It is an extremely long panel. Now, you're going to see it outside. This panel is 98 inches long. 98 inches long. It is a large panel. It's going to, of course, charge at 500 watts of charge rate. It is made from 6 85-watt panels. You do have to install it. It's going to come with all the hinges and all the screws to do it, over 40 screws. It comes with the tool to do it. It comes with, of course, the 10-foot cable, Anderson clips, Anderson plugs, DC plug down split for the plug end, which is great. And then, of course, can connect up to the 5000 piece. It comes with the carrying bag as well. When folded up, it's going to be about 4 inches thick total. It's going to be about 39 inches long, but can be carried pretty much anywhere. It's under 20 pounds. The 5,000 kit is a great, great kit. Now that kit is $39.99, I think, tonight. It's a 23% savings. It is normally about $5,200. $5,200 is a normal price tag for that with that solar panel. All right, we're at the part of the show that I'm going to actually show you guys more solar panels. We're going to go into depth with the solar panels. We're going to start off with the 100-watt bifacial solar panel. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that over there. The 100-watt bifacial solar panel is going to be their most versatile solar panel. It's very portable, very accessible. Will work with pretty much all of their systems. Now, what does bifacial mean? It means it can actually charge from two different sides. Now, the blue side, which you guys are seeing here on the outside, can charge at a reflective charge rate. So the light that bounces off the ground or passes through the system will reflect back into it and give you that little extra charge. It has, of course, built-in kickstands that are elastic strapped on. They can allow it to sit at a 25-degree angle, which is the optimized angle for these systems. There's a Velcro strap to hold it in, 2 snap rings to undo it, and of course 2 pressed-on handles that are fabric. It is a trifold design, but it is a quad panel. You guys can see the trifold right here, but when you pop it out, you have an extremely long panel. Now, this panel is crazily long, but folds up very, very small. That means it's portable and accessible for pretty much everybody. This device is an IP68 rated solar panel, monocrystalline make. Now, what that means is IP68 means it can be left out in the rain, snow, or of course a dust storm. It's not going to hurt it. Spray it off with the hose if it gets dirty and wash it off. It's not going to hurt it. It can be left outside. I do say tie them down though, so you guys do need to tie them down. With this, it's a phenomenal product that's going to do well for you guys. It's a really great solar panel. It's going to work with the 100 plus all the way up to the 5,000 if you really wanted to. Now, is it going to charge the 5,000 at a quick charge rate? Not really. It's only 100 watts. So I would use this on all the way up to like the 1000 V2 if you wanted to, but would do well. Phenomenal panel. Very lightweight, accessible. Now, they are coming out with, of course, the mini 100-watt panel you guys can get in that 1,000-plus kit, which is cool. There's an original 100. This, of course, is the remake of it. The original 100 only folded in 2. Wasn't very accessible and is easy to move around and take with you. So, AC, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that, guys. So any questions about this? Now remember, it does come with the 10-foot cable. The cable is going to have, of course, the 8020 and 79 adapter plug on the end. It's an in general plug, so you guys can do that. This can be used out in 100-plus degree weather. It's not going to hurt it as well, so you don't have to worry about this panel. It's a phenomenally beautiful panel. If you don't want a panel of that size, you can get the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, this is a larger panel that I have to do a video for because of the size of this device. Now, this panel is literally about as long as the 500X. Just going to go here. And it does weigh 21 pounds. Now, you guys are seeing the variation I have, but in the cart, you guys have a different variation that you guys can pick up. In the cart is the bifacial variation. So it's the 200-watt bifacial. I believe that's what they're moving to, which is phenomenal. I like that idea. Now, it is going to be, of course, a foldable piece. It's going to do 26.7% efficiency and converting light to power in the lowest of light settings. So you people in Washington and Oregon with that overcast skies, you're going to get about 26% charge rate out of this during those times. For those of you that have 100% light, you're going to get 100% charge rate with this. Sunlight angle indicator to angle it at 25 degrees. 10-foot cable. This is made with IBC technology, so it's going to actually outperform the PERC panels that are going to that some of the other companies are using with that. Still monocrystalline solar cell. It's going to be a polycrystalline solar cell built in with it, so that's kind of cool with this. It's a phenomenally mixture of product. 200 watts of charge rate, 18 volts, still IP68 rated for rain, dust, snow, and everything else in between. The cabling on this, I believe, has a USB A and a USB C adapter on it, so it can actually charge like USB C phones or USB A phones off of it through 5 volt 3 amps or 5 volt 2.4 amps. So you don't even have to have a power station. But connected up like I did with the 3000 Pro, you're going to see about 153 watts of charge rate with that, and it will do it well. This device is coming in at, I think it's like $379 today if you're a Prime member, which is beautiful. So great price point, phenomenally beautiful little product. For those of you that want a portable system or a portable panel, the Mini 40 is going to be the way to go. Now, this is the size of a 3-ring binder, literally a 3-ring binder. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, ½ inch thick at its thickest point, and has the beautiful magnetic clasp. Now, that clasp, like I said, magnetic. When you want to, it closes. I apologize. So when you want to pop it open, guys, you can open it up. Now, it's got, of course, the pressed-in snap rings that are going to allow you to tie it down. But this is meant for the smaller stations, the 100 plus, the 240s, the 300s, the 290, and all of those in between. But look at the size of it. It's actually not as small as you would think. It's 4 panels long. It's going to do 40 watts of charge rate, and it's going to do it well. This is a very, very portable little piece. I always have the idea, like, if you guys are out hiking or going in backpacking, close it in half, tie it with D-rings to your backpack, and allow it to charge that little station as you're walking if the sun's towards your back. It's a cool idea. So, and if you're shorter, that's not going to bother you. If you're taller, guys, completely unfold it. Again, IP68 rated, so it can be left out in the rain, the snow. It's not going to hurt it. And that's the cool part about this. Yeah, I'm glad it worked. Like I said, it could have been a glitch. Amazon kind of has those glitches every so often through Prime Time, and it does happen, unfortunately. Last year, we had codes only work through half of the show, which was sad. But I am glad you got your product. I'm excited. Lives over here, we do go live quite a bit. Come back and let us know what you think of it. We're always wanting to hear you guys' testimonials. But congratulations on the purchase. You are definitely going to love it. I've used the 2000 V2 for my microwave. I've used it for my wife's KitchenAid mixer and everything else with that. I used it on Christmas decorations. I've used it on Halloween decorations. I even used it to run my Dyson vacuum to vacuum my whole home. We used it with the carpet shampooer. I didn't like that idea because I had water going everywhere. So I did disconnect that, stop that through that test. It's just one of the things. So phenomenal product. So if you guys are looking right there, hey, check it out. Hopefully you guys can see me. I just saw we had an Amazon error occur. It looks like the show froze from Amazon side. So great little product. If you guys need, Mini 40 is $79 or $89 actually, I think it is. Let me make sure. It was $79 at one point. It might be $89. Scroll here. $79, yeah. So $79 for this Mini 40 solar panel. Normally $100 price tag with this. Yeah, so I only realized it did that, Phil, because it showed on the app that I run the show from. It's literally said error. Live stream has stopped. All right, we're going to show you guys a modular Prime panel. Now, this panel is kind of cool for those of you that want to permanently fix solar panel idea. This is going to do that. Now, it's a fully tempered glass panel, so you guys might have used those types of panels before. It's going to come with this little box of parts, and inside that box is going to come with 4 Z brackets, and they are called Z brackets because, well, it looks like a Z. Now with this bracket, it's got pre-drilled and tapped holes, and it is of course in black colorway. When you tie it or mount it down, the solar panel is going to mount to this and butt up to it. Now, you're going to take the 2 screw holes and tap that to the top of your house, your shed, your garage, your makeshift motor homes, your RV buses, maybe your Volkswagen buses as well, and that's the way you're going to mount it. Now, by mounting that, you're not going to get the bifacial charging properly that you normally would want, but it comes with this hardware. It's going to come with 8 self-tapping screws. These are fine threaded screws, so you guys can self-tap into those thin metal roofs or wood roofs. It's got a drill bit tip, which is kind of cool. It's got a waterproof gasket or a little spacer, I'm going to say, washer, and of course a nut driver style end. What I'm going to recommend, use of course gasket sealant to seal it down. Now with that also on hand, you're going to get all of the, hey, have a good night, Phil. I appreciate your help, buddy. Have a good one, buddy. You're also going to get all of the nut and bolts to actually mount it and of course put your little deal of hooking it up. You're going to get a 10-foot cable. It's going to be permanently fixed to this device. Now, this solar panel is $179. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to go in depth, and I'm going to attempt to kind of show it to you. This is a glass panel that I have dropped during the show more times than I like to admit. Fully glass, fixed frame, and a metal housing all the way around. The metal housing is, of course, rust resistant or rust proof. You don't have to worry about it rusting. On the back of the housing, you're going to notice the pre-drilled holes all the way around. There are over 12 pre-drilled holes. So you have multiple options of mounting this device. The 10-foot cable is permanently fixed. The 10-foot cable is an Anderson clip end. That means you guys can use the Anderson clip Y splitter and connect up to multiple of these 100-watt panels. If you don't want to do that and you want to use a single panel, use the DC plug adapter that comes with it and connect it up to the 8020 or 7909 stations. Now with this, the bifacial charging, it has to be at a 25-degree angle to get the reflective charging off of the back side. You're going to get a 25% efficiency even in the low light settings to do that. But if you don't have that, it can be laid flat and you'll get over 23.5 to 24% efficiency in charging even in those low light settings. Now it's 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts standard with it, which is great. It's a phenomenal piece. But it is a modular panel that's only going to cost you $179 tonight. It is a great little panel, but remember, it's glass, so just be careful. It is tempered glass, so if it does break, guys, it's going to be little black cubes. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to, of course, be like the really sharp shrapnel that you would expect from glass. Beautiful, beautiful panel that, of course, has my fingerprints all over it. You guys can see them from this week's shows. It has definitely been touched quite a bit through this. 100 Prime is, of course, a beautiful, an amazing little product for you. So if you need a panel like that, $179. Now let me set this down without, of course, dropping. Now we have a few minutes left of this show, so we're going to bounce back to the 1000 V2. Beach Girl, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that, really do. This is the part of the show where we're going to bounce back and kind of circle through a little bit. Now, first, before I do that, guys, if you haven't hit the follow button, the follow button's not going to cost you anything, right? It's free to follow us. Hit the live notification button. That will notify you guys when we go live with these shows. When we go live with these shows, we usually have like a discount code for you guys that you can use, or we have special deals of the night and stuff like that. So having that set up, you guys will know when we go live, so you guys can actually see those deals. And that we appreciate you guys being around here because then we get to do what we enjoy. Now, like I said, we're gonna circle back to their like number one top seller product of the show of this week, which is great. It is going to be the 1000 V2. Now, this is normally $399 for you guys during prime time. What I can tell you is this is normally an $800 station. You guys can get it for $379 with our discount code for being live at this show. I will actually have Fernando share that code with you guys in chat. For the people on the other chat or other streams, I'm going to share it with you as well. Actually, you know what? I actually have it tapped in and everybody can see it over here. Now, with this, of course, you guys are going to see this beautiful little station. We're going to bounce to the table. We're going to talk about it. It is only 24 pounds. It is a very lightweight and very beautiful little station that I have been using all week through these shows. Technically, the last time I charged this was over a month and a half ago. And we've been using this through all of those with, of course, the lighting. I'm going to hit the screen. You're going to notice we're at 49% battery capacity left. And I charged it over a month and a half ago for all of these streams. Now, with that, it's 1,070 watt hours of power in a beautiful 24-pound package. You have a 12-volt 10-amp plug. You have the flashlight, those 3 light modes. You have a USB-C port, USB-A ports. The USB-C ports are 30-watt, 100-watt ports. The USB-A port is an 18-watt port. The 3 American plugs are going to do 1,500 watts of sine wave connectability. Can peak at 3,000, so if you guys need to go up and above, it can do that. Just remember, if you're using 3,000 watts of power, it's going to chew through that battery quicker. Now, with it, you have a standard 2-hour charge time, which is great. 2 hours, quick charge rate, fast. With Charge Shield 2.0, you have an emergency charging button in there inside the app. Turn it on. You have a 1-hour charge rate with this system. This device could run 1150 watt window AC for about an hour at 60 degrees temperature at full fan speed. If you guys change that out, let's just go there, to about 72 degrees, you're going to get a longer runtime with this. This technically could run your flat screen TV for a long period of time. It could run, of course, your Bluetooth speakers, your popcorn machines, your rice makers. It could do your 1,200 watt space heaters, your 30 watt drones, your 800 watt movie projectors. It is only 8 inches deep by 13 inches wide and 10 inches tall. It is very, very compact. If you had 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, it's a 2.5 hour charge time. All of these systems are made with a UL24 it's a UL2743 drop protection and a 94V-0 fire retardant or flame retardant material. This could run a rice cooker if you wanted to. It could do 14 hours with the laptop, 10 hours with the standard Starlink, 29 hours with the Starlink Mini, 12 hours with the heated blanket. You guys could do 10 hours to 13 hours with your flat screen TVs or more. Still can be used as a UPS with 20 milliseconds switch over, but the portability of this is great. For the rice cookers, 3 hours with the rice cooker, 100 watt movie projector, over 8 to 9 hours without a problem. The capabilities are definitely endless with the 1000 V2, and at $379, you're saving yourself quite a bit. It's already 50% off tonight, but then you use our discount, you're going to save $420 right there. If you want the 1000 V2 with the 200 watt solar panel option, it's $664. If you had 2 of those panels, it is literally a 2.5 hour charge time. It's a phenomenal piece. Now remember, these systems work with the app. The app is fully accessible, free to everybody. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't want the 1000 V2, guys, you can get the 2000 V2, which is the brother right next door, which Beach Girl just picked up. Now, I'm going to start slurring because I'm choking on a cough drop. Now, Beach Girl just picked this up, guys, for $7.99. That's right, $7.99. With that discount code, you guys only have about an hour or two left of these sales. Now, at $7.99, you have a 39-pound device that's going to do 2,042 watt hours of power. 2,042 watt hours of power. This can actually be charged in 2 hours standard charge time. That's quick. Emergency situations with Charge Shield 2.0, 1 hour charge time for that. With that being said, over about 2 hours with solar panels as well, if you had 6 of them. What? Can't really use 6. You can only use 800 watts of charging power with this. Will it charge the fridge? You mean, will it run a fridge? Yes. It will definitely run a fridge. It'll run a 520 watt double door refrigerator for at least 4 hours without a problem. Sheila, I'm going to admit, I'm dead tired, Sheila. I'm normally in bed by 9 o'clock at night. I'm like an old person. I get up at 4 in the morning. I'm going to go to bed when this show's over, Sheila, and I have to be back up at 4 to get my wife to work. It's all good. Now, the 2000 V2 is a phenomenally beautiful product that can, of course, do quite a bit. Your 200 watt desktop PCs can do about 12 hours off of this, which is great. You guys can do multiple cell phone charges, at least 60 cell phone charges. It's going to do that. I've always been that way, even as a kid. What is the code? The code is, of course, 2000 live. It is right there, and that is the link for that code. So you guys can get the 2000 V2 for $7.99 right now by itself. Now, we were talking about the app control with this. So I can actually turn on the Jackery app. So I popped up the app. I can turn on the flashlight just by the app control. I can, of course, turn up the flashlight, or I can hit SOS pattern as well. I can also turn on the display so you guys can see the display with this if you need to. We can turn on the AC plugs, which is your AC ports. So all of those 2200 watt sine wave ports just came on. I can turn them off by a flip of a switch. If I want to turn on the DC ports, I can do the same thing off of this. Now, just like the 1000 V2, it's got the two USB-C ports, a 30 watt port, 100 watt port. It's got the 18 watt USB-A port, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and it's got the 3 AC outlets. I sat and tried to figure out how to run. Yeah, that. I don't know that one. Yeah, that's a tricky one right there. You learn it and you teach me. I'm still learning. Like, we go over this, guys. Like, before I started doing the Jackery streams, I didn't have a lot of hands-on times with a lot of power stations. And here I am almost 2.5 years in. So by itself, $7.99, great price point if you need, or you guys can get it with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1,300. Now, those 200 watt panels are beautiful panels. It's an amazing kit. It's going to give you guys a great charge time, a phenomenal charge rate, and it's still a great portable system at 39 pounds. It's a great deal. For those of you that want a little bit larger station, you guys can get the 3000 Pro. We're just going to pop down here. We're at the point where we're going to do the last 10 minutes kind of in a little bit of spiral. So the 3000 Pro is going to look like the 2000 Plus. Now, you guys can get the 3000 Pro right here for about $17.99. Now, $17.90. Oh, hey, it looks like the 3000 Pro is currently unavailable and sold out, everybody. We are sold out of the 3000 Pro kit. Okay, we're gonna skip the kit because it's sold out. I apologize, everybody. All right, we're gonna talk about the 4000 kit right next door instead. The 4000 kit is going to be the station, the battery, and 2 solar panels for $2,500. you're getting 4,085 watt hours of power in this kit. This kit will do very well for you guys, and it comes with solar panels. Get 6 of those panels, you have a 2-hour charge time. Now, the 4,000 kit, guys, is 50% off today, $24.99. It's a great price point to be had. If you need a system of this magnitude, grab it. Check it out. Do it. Don't sleep on that deal. You only have a couple hours left of it. Now, we're going to go over to the 1,000 plus package. We're going to talk about the 1,000 plus package, guys. It's $11.99. It was $1,500. Now, at $1,500, it's a great deal with those new panels. $11.99 is your price point tonight for that. You're going to get 1,264 watt hours of power in a 39-pound device. You got 3 AC outlets that do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and all of those beautiful connections. Now, the 1,000 plus can have extra batteries, so if you guys need, that is an option for you. It's a phenomenal, beautiful product. So 1,000 plus and solar panel options is definitely there for you. Now, again, if you guys want, we also have the 5,000. And I'm going to back this up if I can get it to back up. This is the 5,000. Now, the 5,000 is on sale right now for $2,099. That's right, $3,000 price tag with our code. Now, with that $3,000 price tag, you guys are getting 5,040 watt hours of power in their largest system. This system can actually run 7,200 watts of sine wave through the 4 AC outlets on the front. It's got, of course, 2 NEMA plugs on the side, an L14-30 and an L14-50. Do those only work with specific brand solar panels? So, it's a good question. Technically, you're going to want to make sure that you use like Jackery solar panels, but I mean, technically, you can go bypass that if you need to. It's an 80-20 style. It's an 80-20 DC plug, which is like an 8mm plug. You're going to have to make sure the polarity is correct, Gary. So, like a polarity is going to have to be correct. Now, the 5,000 can be used with what's called the high power solar array. So you can use like your 4,000 watt solar panel systems that you have on the roof of your house. So this has a different option than the rest of the systems. But I'm going to always gear you towards like the Jackery solar panels. It's going to make it easier and then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. I definitely recommend the Jackery ones, but I mean, hey. And the panels are beautiful, and they're not bad priced either. I mean, we got a bunch of great deals on the panels. Like the 100 watt bifacial panel is $209 tonight. The 200 watt panel is $300 and I think it's like $379. So you can get the 200 watt panels for like $379 as well. The 500X is out there if you guys are looking for the 500X panel. They have that as well, so there is a 500X panel. The 500X is like $1,000 though. It's $1,000 solar panel. So do know it's like $1,000 for that with that panel. 5,002 is a beautiful station, guys. And like I was saying, 4 AC outlets on the front, 2 NEMA style plugs on the side. Now, those NEMA style plugs are going to allow you to connect up to a T30, a plug adapter, to run your RVs and your motorhomes. So you guys can do that as well. It also has an adapter plug to connect up to a smart transfer station. So you guys can run your whole home through an electric circuit breaker box. Now, by doing that, you're going to have 12 individual circuits that can run, of course, your living room, of course, your garages, your sheds, and everything in between with that. So you have all of those options. Now, the 5,000 plus can actually have an extra battery. So you guys can get an extra battery or 5 by having 5 different batteries. You guys can have up to 30 kilowatts of power just right there alone. And if you guys want to, you guys can actually do 2 stations, 10 batteries for 60 kilowatts of power. What do you recommend to power a refrigerator and a small electronics in a power outage during? I would do the 5,000 plus. You can do the 5,000 plus, Lisa, which is like $29.99 right now. You could do the 1,000 plus with multiple batteries. You could do the 2,000 plus with multiple batteries as well. I would go with one of the expandable systems for that. And that's because those expandable systems will allow you to have a longer runtime than some of the others in that class. Because if you're looking for like a power outage, some of those can last days, some can last a day. You're going to want the most expandability you can. So I would definitely probably go with like the 5,000, the 2,000 plus, or the 1,000 plus system. They're very, very expandable. They can all have extra batteries. So, any questions, guys? We have a few minutes left. I'm going to take questions right now. I do know people have questions. I think we have like 4 minutes left of this show. So, if you have questions, definitely throw them out here. We are going to answer. Robin, thank you for the follow. Dominique, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Check all of the chats. Now, I'm going to share all of these codes one last time for you guys. So don't sleep on these deals. You guys only have like an hour or so left on these deals. So do, of course, check them out if you need to use them. Now, we're going to be posting these. You guys can see the 1000 V2 with that code is $379. You guys will notice that the 2000 V2 with that code is going to be $799. The 3000 Pro with, of course, the 200-watt solar panels is sold out, so I'm not even going to attempt to share that code. We're going to share the 5000 plus code with you as well on hand. So if you guys need that, there's those codes. Now, during this stream, if you guys spend over $2,000, you guys can use, of course, that 7% discount code and save you guys 7% off. Now, that code, of course, is that banner down below. If you guys need it, it's right there for you. Now, I'm not seeing any other questions besides that, so let's do this. Guys, if you haven't, hit that follow button, hit that live should you get to power 1500? Power what? What did I miss? You have a $1,500 house? If you're wanting to power a whole home, I would go with the 5,000. The 5,000 is going to be your homestead style or home connectability. And I say that because you can actually, 5,000 plus at least. Yeah, it most definitely 5,000 plus. And there's a reason for it. So with the 5,000 plus, you guys can actually use the smart transfer station. And that device is kind of cool because it's got, of course, I'm going to pop over here and kind of show you guys this. So you guys can use this right here. This is going to allow you to connect up to your home through your electric circuit breaker box, and it's going to allow you to run 12 individual circuits. And it's got the 12 individual circuits. This will be linked up to your electric circuit breaker box on your home. So this is going to allow you to run that with this. Now, this does need to be installed by an electrician. It's going to allow you to connect up to 2 of those Jackery 5000 systems. Each system can have 5 batteries. Having, of course, 2 of these systems and the 10 batteries is 60 kilowatts of power. Now, the system by itself with 5 batteries should give you about 7 days of runtime with your standard appliances. That's going to be like your lights, your smaller TVs. It's not going to be your central AC. But this will allow you to do that with it on hand. And if you want to, you guys can pause it, disconnect the system, and take the power station with you. Which is kind of cool. And that's that right there. It is, of course, $29.99 for you. Shauna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's a $1,500 house, so I was kind of confused. But yeah, 1,500 square feet. You're probably right. They probably meant 1,500 square feet. It's really, really late for me. All right, guys, with that, if you haven't, again, hit the follow button, hit the live notification button. We will be back here Monday night with some different deals, some different discount codes, and we're going to be having some more fun, guys. We'll be actually showing you guys some more stations and all of the other cool fun. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here. Now, remember, guys, You have an hour or so left of Prime. Use it well, shop well, have fun, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you guys Monday night. Have a good one. Sheila, thank you. Beach Girl, thank you. Fernando, I appreciate all your help, buddy. With that, guys, we'll see you on the next show. Have a good evening. Wait, hold on. Can you explain why I would have 7 days of runtime? I thought it was always plugged into the solar. Yeah, so I can, Sarah. I can definitely explain that before I go. So 7 days of runtime is going to be with the batteries without having solar panels connected. You do not have to have solar connected up to any of these systems. No, totally fine. Dude, yeah, totally fine. Don't worry about it. So the 7 days of runtime is an in general runtime if you are using non-solar connectability. If you have solar connected, or if you have your the smart transfer station connected to your electric grid, you're always bringing in power. So you can run longer. It's going to be a consistent run. Now, with that being said, I will put it here this way. If you are pulling more power out of your system than you're inputting into your system, it's always gonna end at some point before you have power. So that's kind of the way it kind of works. So when we give you the 7 days of runtime, it's just without having it being recharged. So it's just one charge and standby 7 days of runtime. You add the solar panels and you're running consistently. And the 5000 can do 4,000 watts of solar charging. So no. You're totally welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I like to give you guys in general without the solar, but if you add the solar, of course, like I said, when you have solar connected up to it, it's going to give you a longer runtime. Always. We just give you an in general without the solar connected. On AC, totally my mistake. It's definitely 1 o'clock at night my time, so it's past my bedtime. All right, guys. Hopefully you had a great show. We'll see you guys Monday night. Have a good evening and have a great weekend, everybody. Later.